the gentleman from Party List for Peace, Representative J.C. M. Abalos, to avail of the privileged hour.
Party List for Peace, Representative J.C. M. Abalos is hereby recognized. Please proceed, sir.
Mr. Speaker, dear colleagues, to our guests present at sa lahat ng kababayan natin na nakikinig ngayon, magandang gabi po. Mr. Speaker, mahalaga ang paggamit ng datos sa trabaho natin bilang mambabatas. Whenever we craft and develop effective policies and determine what programs and services truly work, we need to base it on accurate, real-to-life data. It is for this reason, Mr. Speaker, that I am here to discuss an important source of data, one that is vital for our key social protection programs, the Community-Based Monitoring System, or CBMS, enacted under RA 11315 in 2019 with the Philippine Statistics Authority, or the PSA, as the lead implementing agency. The CBMS Act provides that the state shall adopt a community-based monitoring system which generates updated and disaggregated data necessary in targeting beneficiaries, conducting more comprehensive poverty analysis and needs prioritization, designing appropriate policies and interventions, and monitoring impact over time. The CBMS is essential for identifying beneficiaries of social protection and poverty alleviation programs, both at the local and the national levels. It also serves as the basis for allocating funds to these programs so we can prioritize our efforts toward those who are most in need of social protection programs. Sa CBMS, ang pagkokolekta at pagpoproseso ng datos ay isinasagawa ng mga pamahalaang lokal o LGUs. Ang mga local CBMS personnel ay sinasanay at ginagabayan ng PSA upang maging komprehensibo ang pagsensus sa bawat pamilya ng mga komunidad. Kasama sa mga datos na kinokolekta ay ang bilang ng mga miyembro ng pamilya at ang antas ng kanilang edukasyon, ang access nila sa mga pangunahing serbisyo at kalagayan ng paninirahan. Dahil sa prosesong ito, Mr. Speaker, malaking tulong ang CBMS para sa ating mga social protection programs at mga programa laban sa kahirapan. Maging ito man ay para sa pabahay, kalusugan, edukasyon, at iba pang batayang pangangailangan upang matukoy kung sino talaga ang dapat bigyan ng tulong. Unfortunately, Mr. Speaker, despite our best intentions, we are currently facing a serious and unfortunate reality. The CBMS data is not yet available. In last year's budget deliberation on September 16, 2024, tinanong ko po yung PSA tungkol sa status ng CBMS, which covered 27.4 million households and 29.8 thousand institutional living quarters nationwide, with a budget amounting to 4.8 billion. In their response, PSA said that the POPSEN CBMS was 70% complete and was initially targeted to be finished in October 2024. Unfortunately, the target completion date was moved to December 2024 due to delays caused by typhoons and other uncontrollable factors, according to PSA. In addition, PSA stated that once data gathering is finished, they will turn over the data to the National Economic and Development Authority to be finalized and will eventually be available to be used by implementers of social protection and poverty alleviation programs. It was also in 2024, Mr. Speaker, that I received reports from 4Ps beneficiaries that a large number of them will graduate from the program due to mandatory exit, or beneficiaries who have reached the maximum 7-year stay. This was then confirmed by the DSWD during one of my courtesy visits to the department. The DSWD estimated that in 2024, a significant number of household beneficiaries will exit the Pantuwid program in 2025, while 3 million are expected to exit in 2026. It should also be noted, Mr. Speaker, that the use of listahanan by DSWD will end with the full implementation of CBMS in 2024. Therefore, the task of identifying potential household beneficiaries for government social welfare programs now relies entirely on the completion of CBMS. Halimbawa na lamang sa programa ng Pantawid. Ngunit, tulad po ng aking sinabi, Mr. Speaker, wala pa rin po tayong datos. Mr. Speaker, sa pagtakbo ng panahon na hindi natutupad ang ipinangako ng PSA, tumitindi ang pangangailangan ng mga programa ng pamahalaan sa datos ng CBMS, lalong-lalo na't malapit na muli natin talakayin ang budget. The concerns raised to me by 4Ps beneficiaries and DSWD in 2024 led me and Minority Leader Nonoy Libanan to file House Resolution 2085 in the 19th Congress to officially inquire about the status of the CBMS. A committee meeting was held by the Committee on Poverty Alleviation on November 26, 2024 for an initial deliberation on the said resolution. During this meeting, the PSA disclosed that as of November 15, 2024, they had visited 89.4% of the targeted 27 million households for the 2024 POPSEN CBMS. The PSA also confirmed that upon completion of data gathering in December 2024, the CBMS data would be delivered to the DSWD on a staggered basis until March 2025. Subalit, Mr. Speaker, hindi ito nangyari. It is already the third quarter of the year and until now, we are still waiting for the fulfillment of PSA's promise that the CBMS data would be completed by the first quarter of 2025. Para maipakita ang epekto ng pagkaantala ng datos ng CBMS, hayaan po ninyong ilarawan ko ang sitwasyon ng programa ng 4Ps bilang isang halimbawa, Mr. Speaker. Sa ngayon, humigit kumulang 3 milyong pamilya na lamang ang benepisyaryo ng programa, bumaba mula sa dating 4 na milyon noong December 2024 dahil sa pag-alis o pagtatapos ng mga benepisyaryo. Ayon sa pinakabagong datos mula sa DSWD, mula 2024 hanggang 2026, merong 1.2 million na benepisyaryo ang gagraduate mula sa programa dahil sa natural attrition o dahil wala ng bata sa kanilang pamilya na nasa edad 18 pababa. At 1.4 million naman, Mr. Speaker, ang gagraduate sa 2025 at 2026 dahil sila ay self-sufficient at hindi na itinuturing mahirap. Idagdag pa po natin rito ang inaasahang mandatory exit ng halos 1.9 million beneficiaries ngayong 2026. Since the DSWD had already exhausted the list of beneficiaries under listahanan in 2024, wala na po silang mapapagkunan ng pamalit sa halos 3 milyong pwestong mababakante sa programa hanggat hindi pa natatapos ang datos mula sa CBMS. At hindi lamang 4Ps ang apektado sa delay na ito, Mr. Speaker. Kung hindi, ang buong social protection at anti-poverty programs ng pamahalaan. We cannot add beneficiaries to several of our social protection programs not without the completion of CBMS. If we fail to address this immediately, this issue will not just linger. It will paralyze our efforts and undermine the very programs designed to help our kababayans. Maganda nga sana, Mr. Speaker, kung ang dahilan kung bakit wala ng beneficiaries ay dahil wala nang nakakaranas ng kahirapan. Ngunit, ang totoo po, Mr. Speaker, ito ay dahil wala pa po tayong bagong listahan o bagong datos. Sa ating mga kababayan na dapat mapabilang sa mga social protection program ng pamahalaan, kayo ba ay nakaranas na ng census o napuntahan na ba kayo ng mga enumerators ng gobyerno? Mr. Speaker, the longer we wait for the CBMS data, the greater the disservice we do to our people. Sa puntong ito, nais kong ipahayag ang aking mapagkumbaba ngunit mahigpit na paalala para sa PSA. Una, sana ay matupad na ang mga naipangakong datos mula sa pagsasagawa ng CBMS upang magamit na ng mga social protection and poverty alleviation programs ng pamahalaan. Pangalawa, sana ay maitupad din ang nakasaad sa IRR ng batas na pagsusumite sa Kongreso ng Annual Accomplishment Report ng PSA ukol sa CBMS implementation. Kung titignan din natin ang pondong inilaan sa PSA nitong mga nagdaang taon, baka kailangan dagdagan ng PSA ang kanilang pagsusumikap upang tumugma sa pondong inilalaan para sa kanila. Noong 2022 po, Mr. Speaker, 574 million pesos ang inilaan na pondo para sa pagsasagawa ng CBMS. Sa sumunod na taon o 2023, 76 million naman ang inilaan natin para sa pagpapatuloy ng nasabing programa. At nitong nakaraang taon, 2024, naglaan pa rin ng 5.7 billion pesos para rin sa CBMS. Hindi ko po hinahangad, Mr. Speaker, na bawasan ang pondo para sa CBMS. Ngunit, mas hinihiling ko na makita ang resulta ng pagpopondo rito. Marahil, Mr. Speaker, kailangan na rin buuin ang Joint Congressional Oversight Committee para sa CBMS. Ayon sa IRR ng CBMS Act, ang Oversight Committee ang magsasagawa ng evaluation sa pagpapatupad ng programa. Para kung sakaling may matukoy na kakulangan sa CBMS implementation, ang Oversight Committee ang makakapaghain ng mga karagdagang panukalang batas upang tumugon sa kakulangang ito. Sa pagtatapos, Mr. Speaker, nais ko pong ulitin ang aking panawagan sa ating mga ahensya, lalo na sa PSA, upang matapos na ang paghahanda sa mga kinakailangang datos para sa ating mga social protection programs at iba pang serbisyo na nangangailangan dito. Let us work together to effectively contribute to the poverty alleviation efforts of our national government. Maraming salamat, Mr. Speaker, dear colleagues, at magandang gabi po sa ating lahat.
Maraming salamat, 4-piece party list, Congressman Abalos. Majority Leader, please.
Mr. Speaker, I move that the speech of Representative JCM Abalos, party list 4-piece, be referred to the Committee on Rules for its appropriate action.
Is there any objection? The chair hears none. The motion is approved. The speech of 4-piece party list, Honorable Abalos, Representative Abalos, is referred to the Committee on Rules for appropriate action. Majority Leader.